What's up, YouTube? So we got 2 more videos in this high praise series. We got the key of E flat, which we're gonna work on today, and then we're gonna do D flat, and then we're gonna move on to some other stuff. So just continuing to build that basic foundation for just the high praise atmospheres, and knowing what to play and how to navigate through those, those type of services. So in the key of E flat, we got E, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, and back to E flat, and that's your major scale. Now remember, in one of my other videos I was saying how I don't always think major or minor. It's because you're borrowing from both. So I'm just thinking my tonal center is always going to be E flat, but I'm borrowing from major and minor scales. So that's that's something you want to keep in mind, and it becomes more musical when you know what's available to you. So if I did a 1/4 in just E flat major, our 1/4 that we've been doing is a 1 dominant 7. So that's a 1 dominant 7 to a 4 dominant 7, or 4 dominant 9, however you want to look at it. 13. So let me turn this organ down. 1, 4 with tritones, and then if you played it with just the dominant chords or with the bass notes, 1, 4. So that's a 1 dominant 9 to a 4, 13. So that's if you was playing it in the major key. If I did that same thing in minor, it would just be 1 to 4. So your 1 and your 4 just becomes minor. And you can use that in high praise as well still. So, and then you have to paint the picture too in your mind with your band. So your bass player, your drummer, your guitar, whatever other elements you have. So when I usually do high praise moments, I'm thinking, the drummer, I hear a lot of cymbals, because you build in the room. So we doing hits. If we do 1/4, it's gonna be dun dun. But cymbals, a lot of cymbals are going. So when you thinking about holding different chords down, it's just a lot of hits, and that cymbal, the cymbals are given like almost like a foundation, or just a body to, or some type of surface that you're building on. It's creating it's just a foundation. So everybody else can just kind of back off. The drummer is pretty much sustaining. I guess that's a better word. The cymbals are helping to sustain, and you can just kind of do hits. So that's your 1 and 4 in major and minor. Progression 1, 4, 6, 2, 5, 1. So if you didn't have a bass player, you would play it like this. So 1, 4, 6, 2, 5, and 1. So break that down. 1 dominant 9, you got E flat, G, B flat, D flat, and F. And that takes you to a 4, 13. So A flat 13, you have A flat in your left hand. Then you have G flat, B flat, C, and F in your right. So those 2 chords. Then they take you to your 6, which is an augmented 7 with a sharp 9. So C augmented 7, sharp 9. You have C in the left hand, B flat, E flat, E, and A flat, or D sharp, however you want to look at it, because your 9 is sharp. So technically it would be B flat, D sharp, E, and A flat, but whatever. 6 takes you to your 2, which is a F augmented 7 with a sharp 9. You have F in your left hand. You have A, C sharp, E flat, and A flat in your right. That takes you to your 5 augmented 7 sharp 9, which is B flat augmented 7 sharp 9. You have B flat in your left hand, A flat, D, and G flat in your right hand. and that takes you to your 1 major 11. So E flat with a major 11, or A flat is the 4 major 11. So you playing A flat major 11 over an E flat bass note. So all of those again, 6-2, or flat 9, you could do that too. 5-1. Now those with tritones. So if you had a bass player, you want to remember, you want to give the bass player room to play. So 1-4. So you playing your 3 in your dominant 7 or minor 7 of the 1, which is E flat, and you keep this chord, this suspended chord up here. You play this for the 1 and the 4. So you take your tritone down a half step. So 1, 4. So just take your tritone down a half step. Then this take you to your 6. You play your, so C is my 6. You play your minor 7 and your 3 of the 6. And you play this interval. So your 5 and your 1 of the key you're in over that. Then all you do is take your tritone down a half step and you take your interval down a whole step. So you're on the 4 and the flat 7 of the key you're in. So we ain't E flat, the flat 7 of E flat is C sharp. So let me slow it down a little bit. So back to your 6. And C is my bass. That takes me to the 2. And if you look at that chord compared to what we just did, so we on here. So you got A flat, E flat. A, E flat, A flat, and C sharp or D flat. If you look at that chord, if I bring this C sharp down here, it's this chord all over again. The one we played without having a bass player. So all you're doing is, you see the tritone here, you keep that, then you just move this note up. And then you keep the same intervals for your 5, and you just take your tritone down another half step for your 5. So B flat in the bass, you got your minor 7 and your 3, and then you got another minor 7 here, and then you got your sharp 9 there, and to your 1. You could form your 1 a lot of different ways. C sharp over E flat, you can do the A flat over it. There's a lot of different things you could do.